Welcome back to Primetime News. Christopher Dudus Coke has been captured.
The West Kingston fugitive was picked up late this afternoon at Ferry St. Catherine and is now in the custody of the police. Carrie-Ann Lee has the details.
This time the rumor turned out to be true. Dudus had indeed been captured. The man who held the entire corporate area to ransom for a week and has been on the run for at least another 3 was picked up on the Mandela Highway in St. Catherine this afternoon. Reliable police sources say he appeared to have been coming in from the country. Exactly where is not yet apparent. The police say, acting on intelligence, they intercepted the vehicle near the Hydel group of schools. It would appear Dudus was heading into Kingston. He was in the company of popular pastor Al Miller. We understand the police had set up a spot-check dragnet along the Mandela Highway in the bid to nab him. When they finally got the right vehicle, it was the Spanish Town police which brought him in. This was a scene outside the station as news spread. The police high command is now preparing to meet with the DPP to have the extradition process completed as soon as possible. Dudus is wanted in the United States for drug trafficking and gun running. He faces 41 indictments and is wanted for extradition. The attempt to arrest him on May 24 in honor of an extradition warrant proved futile and deadly. Over 60 people were killed as the security forces faced off with gunmen in Dudus' Tivoli Gardens, where thugs had barricaded themselves in, vowing to defend the area leader at all cost. Dudus eluded the dragnet and had been on the run until this afternoon. Carrie-Ann Lee for TVJ News.
And the police have asked Reverend Al Miller to immediately turn himself in at any police station along with his lawyer for questioning. The police say he's a major person of interest. Gayle reports.
Reverend Al Miller has figured heavily in the Dudus saga since the Labor Day operation in Tivoli. From the day Dudus went on the run, Reverend Miller had said he would make himself available if the fugitive wanted to turn himself in. He stated a few times that he had been in touch with the fugitive, and today, after having been caught with the accused drug lord, the Reverend said Dudus was on his way to turn himself in.
We made contact earlier today, and that he was prepared he wanted to end this whole situation in the best interest of the country, of himself, and of the whole situation, and so he was committing himself to submit himself to the process, and so he was on the way to take him in. He was ready to waive his extradition, he waived his rights, and be committed to the U.S. to the U.S. process, and face that, and he figured that was the best thing to do.
Reverend Miller said Dudus had asked him to accompany him to the U.S. Embassy, and that's when he was caught in the police dragnet. Reverend Miller said he was concerned when the fugitive was taken from him because Dudus did not want to be taken into the custody of the local police. Reverend Miller said the police assured him that he could accompany Dudus to the police station, but then he was prevented.
I stated them absolutely clearly, and that's where we were going, and that I should accompany them and complete the journey, but they acted otherwise. I'm actually quite against what they showed, as far as I'm concerned, and they insisted that they would take him, and so they took him, and then they turned in a direction that did not permit me to follow.
Reverend Miller said while speaking to Dudus about turning himself in, he expressed concern about the people in West Kingston who were killed in the security forces operation. The Reverend said he hoped there will be due process. Reverend Miller was the one who turned Dudus' brother Leighton Liberty Coke in on June 1 when the police named him as the second most wanted man in the country. 3 days later, when Dudus' sister Sandy Coke surrendered to the police, she was also in the company of Al Miller. The police now want the pastor to come in for questioning. They dub him a major person of interest. Gayle, TVJ News.